Mm, mm. The childbirth cover up.
What?
Grandma is about to tell all the secrets, all of them.
Ooh.
You don't want to miss this. You don't. Mm. Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Boy, do I have a video for you guys today. This older black lady said that white women would kill and unalive and murder their baby when the baby is born. They had just as many babies as the black women did. But there's a cover up. And there's a reason why they only seem like they have 2 or 3 children. Because they didn't want all of those kids. It's been a cover up from years, from way back in the day. And then you got to ask yourself, is the same thing happening now? Is it? When I get through showing you this video, I want you to tell me, do you think Grandma is telling the truth? Do you know anyone who have said the same thing or done the same thing back in the day or even today? Do you know anyone? I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't understand why she only saying white women did it. Did some black women do it too? Did they, like back in the 50s and 40s and maybe 30s? Did they do it too? Because they didn't want to bring children into this cruel, cruel world. Well, y'all know it's wrong though, right? Y'all know that's wrong to do that. But she's going to tell you why women was having all of these children. And maybe some of y'all just can relate. Listen to Grandma. Pay close attention to what she is saying. She don't look like she lying to me with her face. She just don't look like it. Y'all tell me if she lying. What did you say, Granny? What? The childbirth cover up. Granny talks.
The white women didn't want a lot of kids. So what'd they do?
Give them away, kill them. Well, a 95-year-old woman said she killed her. She had that many, she didn't raise but 2. So she killed them in childbirth. And so a lot of women had them. So we didn't have the most kids, so they had a lot of kids too. But they got rid of theirs in childbirth and said they were born dead.
That was a cover up.
Yes. She told before she died, she was old. She said, they said, how many kids you have? She said, I raised 2. She said, but I was pregnant and had 19.
Because women then didn't have the right to say no to their husband.
No, I know.
And they weren't doing anything to prevent the pregnancy.
I know a pretty young woman that died in childbirth because she asked her husband. Doctor said he couldn't fix it, not to have no kids without her husband sin. He wouldn't sign the paper. So 9 months later, she had another baby and she died, but the baby lived.
So it wasn't about, so there's a lot of things included with not having their rights. It was also...
You couldn't get no credit unless, and they were one messing the credit up.
The men were?
Yes. And a woman, a lot of women said they were glad they changed that law because they couldn't go get nothing on credit. They lost homes because they were depending on the man paying the bill. So they would pay bills and mess the credit up. But the woman, I know they would call me on my job. I said, I don't know anything about a gas station, this service station. Never been there before. They want to make me pay it. Yeah.
So the men had all the power. All.
Donald Trump wanted back like that.
Men had all the power.
Men had all the power. All of it. Grandma telling all the secrets. 95-year-old white woman says she killed her kids and kept only two. Why did she just keep two? Maybe she had a boy and a girl. Why would somebody do that? Well, back then, y'all, birth control, I don't think they had any. Birth control pills, whatever. I think maybe they had rubbers, maybe, I have no idea, or they was trying to do the pull-out method. But as we know, that pull-out method don't always work. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, okay? So, she also said white women gave away their kids, or either they would kill them. Now, she's saying white women. Now, she ain't saying black women. She's saying white women. What about the Asian women? The Hispanic women? What about them? What about the Indian women? What about them? She said women back then didn't have rights. They didn't have any rights. So they couldn't make decisions on whether or not they want to have a baby or not. I don't think there was abortions back then unless people was doing it undercover. She said white women had a lot of kids too, but they got rid of their kids, rid of their children at childbirth. Soon as the baby was born, they probably would smother it, kill it, bury it in the backyard, and people wondering, girl, what happened to your baby? What happened to your stomach? You used to be pregnant. And some of them probably just didn't really even go out when they started showing. Stayed in the house. The husband brought everything. Now, you going to marry a sorry sapsucker, and he going to help you to kill the baby. Or maybe, just maybe, he didn't know that you was killing the baby. But I'm pretty sure a lot of them did know. I'm pretty sure they did, especially if they was having baby after baby after baby. Then none of them was alive. None of them. Nobody caught on to that. Nobody. She said back then, women, they didn't have rights to say no to their husband. They didn't have no rights. If the husband wanted sex, damn it, you better lay down in that bed. I'm going to have me some sex. You can call the police all you want to. It don't matter because they're going to agree with me. This was way back when now. I don't know if that applies now. Y'all can tell me if it does. No means no. That's what they're saying now. No means no. But back then, no didn't mean no if you had a husband. You had to give it up. You married this man. Some of y'all knew his sex drive when you married him. And you thought it was going to end. You thought, well, maybe a year or two later down the road, he just might, don't want to do it anymore. Not as much. Women, let me tell y'all something. Men have a high sexual drive. Why do you think they watch porn? Why do you think they cheat? Because you are not enough. That's what that means, okay? You ain't enough. I don't care how good you treat him, how you clean the house, how you take care of the kids, how much sex you give him. It still is not enough for a lot of men. A lot. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying a lot of men. I'm not saying some. So if you don't want to be sexed up like that, I advise you don't get married. I wish I had known what I had known. What I know now. That's what I'm trying to say. I wish I had known. Because sex is always good. What? It's always good in the beginning, right? Yes. Okay. But later on, you get sick and tired. Because life begins lifing. And you just can't take it no more. I don't know why I'm stumbling on my words today. I don't know why. She said a pretty young lady died in childbirth. She tried to get her tubes tied, but the husband said, no, hell no, hell no. You ain't getting no tubes tied. We are going to populate the world. Shut up, Becky. Shut up, you having these kids, Becky. We're going to populate. I don't care how much it costs. Like I said, what did I say in another video? If you can't afford a wife and children, don't get married. If he can't afford all them damn children, don't get married. Do you hear me, husbands? Do you hear me, men? Do you hear me, women? Do you hear me, women, laying up on the system, the welfare system, getting government assistance? Do you hear me? If you can't afford the baby, then don't have the baby. All right? We sick and tired of y'all. Whew. She also said you couldn't get no credit as a woman. But the men were the ones messing up the credit. They lost homes, depended on men to pay the bill. Women lost homes because men were supposed to be the head of household. He makes the money. Women couldn't get credit, so we couldn't probably go pay the bill. I have no idea, but that's sort of crazy right there. But you know it could be true. So why would a man mess up his home and not pay the bills? Because he's doing something that he ain't got no damn business doing. Like maybe cheating with another woman and he's got to spend that money. Could be drinking it up. They even had drugs back then, y'all. They did. Could be a lot of reasons. The reason why he's not paying the bills. Could be another woman. You got to take care of that other woman now. You got to take care of her. A lot of y'all don't think so, but you do. That's why some of y'all right now today ain't got no money and wondering why you're going in debt. Because your other half is doing something that they are not supposed to be doing. You don't investigate. You don't try to find out. You just living day by day. But if you're going to do that, I'm telling you, you better have a nest egg of your own. Because as they say what? As they say, you're going to be shit out of luck. That's what's going to happen to you. She said men had all the power back then. All the power. But you know, women ain't got strong now. Women are saying no more. No more am I following you, the so-called leader of the household. I can't follow a fool. I can't follow someone who don't respect me. I can't follow someone who can't pay the bills. I can't follow someone like that. Get mad all you want to, man, but hey, that's the way it is today. Women have stood up and they are saying no more. If you want to be that man for your family, then you got to show some leadership. I ain't talking about beating and kicking the hell out of your kids. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about taking care of responsibilities of your household. Even when it comes to your kids and your spouse, your wife. Take control. Don't be a wuss. A lot of men wusses now because these women have made y'all afraid. Why? Why y'all afraid? Because they don't want the sugar bowl to leave. They don't want that thing to leave the house. Even though when you leave women, they still gonna find somebody else. Within a week, 2 weeks, or whatever. It don't matter. You can stay or leave. It don't matter, okay? Now, I'm not saying all men. Do you hear me, people with selective hearing? I'm not saying all men do this. But I want y'all to go down there in the comment section and tell me, is grandma right? Did your grandmama, grandparent, elderly aunt, somebody tell you the same thing what was going on back in the day? Did they have a hard time with their husband? Did they? Were the white women, tell me white women, did your grandmama tell you what was going on back then? Were the white women killing their babies because they didn't want to have all them damn kids? I said probably the black women were doing it too. Not just a white thing, y'all. I'm almost positive. Black women was doing the same damn thing. With all that said, y'all, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And watch the next video coming up. Thank you.
Yeah.